So, coming to a church.
Cemetery church, we're keeping the theme.
Yeah, we've been to a cemetery today, which should probably be built before this, but you'll see. Now coming to a church in the middle of some nice fields. There's only one house I can see, but I think there's a little village right corner. And this has been disused. Hopefully it's open. But I'm sure we'll find out. There's a contraction now, stopping it, isn't it?
Ow.
So,
Try my finger.
Oh dear. That took some unlocking. Now wait for see it. Right. Hopefully it's open. Oh, the bell tower's made of wood. And the lead's still on it. There's one. There's two. There we go. Oh, this is nice. All wooden moving. It's got all the chair. Look at the chairs that they've been using. Sign. All the old lighting fixture things. Well, we've got all the normal single chairs. I like to make a straight line to the altar. It's nice. It's not being used anymore. I'll find out some information soon. I like to find out information as I get to places, because it normally leaves my head if I do it beforehand. And if you get information when you're at places, you generally get more of a feel for it when you're there. Easter blessings. In memory of Ken Stafford and his mum and dad. Best thing about these churches is the majority of it have been on them are different. I don't think we've seen the same church kind of twice. I mean, they look the same from the outside, but when you get inside, it's got like a different feel to them. Hymn day. And this one certainly has. I mean, the stained glass is really nice in this. Markham Memorial. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and follow Explore and Discover, which is in the links to the description. It's a Facebook page where you'll see our photos before the videos, and we also put normal stories up there from around the world, some different kind of things that you've probably never heard of before, and other people post their pictures and their explores in there, from different kind of things to exploring abandoned buildings to graveyards, churches, waterfalls, just everything's on there. So if you like to go exploring, then maybe you should put your posts on there, or just check out what other people are doing. It's got like a little seat here, look. Sat down. It's cool. So I've been getting by the woodworm though, look. Woodworm's ripping the place to bits. It's getting the floors as well. So, God knows how long the floor's going to last. Another Bible there. Got silver pages. all the books in here. Common prayers, candles, little cabinet of them all. You know what I found out? I found that there was one of the churches we went through, there was a little geocache thing in the thingy, the Clixby Church, which will be going up today, as we've going up in a couple of days, sorry. It's already up if you're watching this video. There were geocache in one of the church, the thing in there.
It's got
It's got some what? Yeah? What kind of graffiti is it?
just
Someone's initial, that's what we're going to look for. And I kind of got these on sides of it. That's nice. Got these all the way around. Looks silver. I've noticed there's no headstone bits on the floor, so jump to me right away.
there's nowhere you can go.
There's like a good behind you. We'll find out a bit of history and I'll come back and tell you. So we've got some history on this place. The original building, this church that we're actually in, is from the 1100s, but there is a bit in the Domesday book which said there was a church before this one that had loads of meadowlands, and that was in the Domesday book as well from the 1000s. So there's been two previous churches, I believe, that sat on here, and there's a lot of history to it. Most of the history is 1800s because a lot of renovations happened in the 1800s. Some of the beams of the wall are actually medieval. The stained glass was put in the 1800s, believed. The altar and all these pews that are on here, these are looking at 1700s. And they say, if you look, you can still see the marks, these marks here, which would have been part of where they'd had the pews placed in, and then obviously the Victorians come along, took out the pews and put seating in it. And that's what happened. When we went to the other church the other day that had all the pews in it, that's one that hadn't been touched by the Victorians, so it would have looked at some point like that one that we've seen in, I think it was Escombe or something like that. Nowadays, it used to be would have been the old arches to the old church, believed. That's where the arches would have sat on them, but now they're just used as decoration. They don't know when that was built. It's unknown date. They think that the wood, this bit here, is from the 17th to 1800s, the lid to it. But they're thinking that this may be been an old pillar that they've used as a baptism thing. That was used for the priest to wash his hands. It's like holy water, and that is part of the tomb. It goes outside. There's actually a family that ran the manor outside that was a Leake family, and it's had lots of history. There was a family that fought on the Yorkist side of the War of the Roses that owned this for a while, and there was a Robert Markham who was very good friends with Elizabeth I, who also owned the land around here. Generally there's all sorts going on. I try and remember as much as I can. I really do. But there's a lot of history to this place. And now it's been disused. I think that maybe it would have been disused in the 70s. I'll have to check off on that and tell you again soon. But these would have been used to wash the priest's hands as well. They had one on either side. There was meant to be a grave from, I believe it was the 1200s outside somewhere. We'll have to go and see if we can find it soon. There's graffiti in the door. We're going to try and find that in a second. See what we can get. So we've learnt that the worshipping had stopped here in 2004, but it had been given to the Church Conservation Trust in 1980s. But they do occasionally, very, very rarely, have worshipping in here, but it's very, very rare. Apart from that, it's really just the Church Conservation that looks after it. I mean, it's in the middle of a field. It must take them ages to walk over to it, because there's not much room for anywhere to park. on the road nearby. So yeah, that's majority information, is it?
Just me.
Did you write in the book? Yes.
I think it's that one. No, that one.
Oh yeah, this is they said about the big graffiti from here. It's 1680s. And that, they said they didn't know if that was the church, a depiction of the church, or if it was meant to be like the Star of David above, like a bit of the nativity. But it would have all been done in the 1600s, as you can see. That's 1680s, MB whatever. And that is 166, I don't know if that says 68 maybe. But it's been etched in. There's a couple of little bits, you can see where through years it's been. Little bits etched into it, but majority it's hard to read now. They didn't etch it in deep enough like some of the other bits and bobs. But yeah, that's something they told you to look out for and come in here. But I think that was a cool little church. Shut the door. Not as much history as most churches, but it was a nice little look at. This extension bit here, because what they actually said was that the church was probably double the size of what it is now. Yeah, double the size of what it was now. They probably said that you could probably fit this church inside the last one. And that this little hangover was done in the 1830s, as it said above the door, and most of it's Victorian. Like the original tower would have been at the end of here, and they knocked that down and put this little wooden one on. So they really downsized it, really. Probably didn't need it when they didn't need as big a room, probably used the rocks elsewhere. And they've got some notable graves in here, supposedly, of knights and whatnot. What's that say? Slate memorial to Thomas from 1781, and Neil and 6 of their descendants who moved to Neaton in 1984. Well, I say 1781. 6 of their descendants who moved to Neaton. Must have been a bigger name. Could help out. Now these are the knights things. Closest to the door is what they said. So this one, you can't see it. It belonged to the Markham family, I believe, and their descendants through here. The writing's there, but you really just can't make it out. I reckon that's really old though. And most of these tombs have been here for quite a few hundred years. They're all depicting like one family down the line and the people that owned the house and the manor around here. Because the church was given to the priory in the 1200s, I believe it said, and then they kept it until the 1600s when the decimation of it all, when they made everyone give it over and it got into other people's hands. Like 1500s, sorry, 16th century, 1500s. Quick look down the ground. Yeah, very good. Little bits and bobs. Isn't it crazy how the stained glass don't look half as vibrant on the outside of churches? Like it's only like a one-way system kind of thing. Yeah, just a nice little look on the outside. It's good. Like I say, a few houses over there, it just fields. So it would have been oddly used because, well, there's not really many people around here anymore, so. Hey.
Hey.
Alright, well, thanks for watching. A shorter video, but hope you enjoyed it. Like, comment and subscribe. Follow that page below. And thanks for watching, and we'll see you later.